Ian H. Robertson, The Stress Test, How Pressure Can Make You Stronger and Sharper. In The Stress Test, How Pressure Can Make You Stronger and Sharper, Ian H. Robertson merges the fields of psychology and neuroscience to unravel the secrets behind resilience and our reactions towards stress. Exploring the intricate connections between the mind and brain, Robertson examines how our environment, emotions, and experiences can shape our mental well-being. This book summary will delve into the power of perception in controlling our emotional responses and the role of stress in enhancing or debilitating our performance. Discover the power of belief in overcoming life's challenges and how a better understanding of the mind-brain interplay can unlock our potential to grow and adapt.
Mind and brain interaction. Emotions, thoughts, and actions are interconnected, and they shape the way individuals respond to life's difficulties, according to psychologist neuroscientist Ian Robertson. Through combining his clinical psychology background with brain research, Robertson aimed to understand how people cope with the challenges life throws at them. Unlike most neurologists, who rarely talk to psychologists, Robertson dealt with both software and hardware issues affecting the mind. He saw individuals as capable of managing their destinies and not helpless or passive beings. Robertson's main focus was to explore how the mind and brain interact. He saw this interaction as a way of understanding why some people are beaten down by life's difficulties while others become stronger. Robertson's work highlights the necessity of understanding the interconnectedness of the mind and brain to develop effective ways of managing and dealing with life's ups and downs. The power of mind-brain tuning. The human brain is not a static organ, instead, it can change with experience. Early studies in 1984 busted the myth that the adult brain is not malleable. Subsequent research in the 1990s changed views on the role of genes, revealing that genes function through the regulation of proteins influenced by a person's environment and experiences. This means that human genes may not change, but people's experiences impact the interactions among their genes and the generation of proteins that influence them. Author Robertson shares two patient stories, highlighting how individuals respond differently to stress. One student, Lucy, struggled with sleeping and introversion after failing an exam despite always doing well academically. Another student, Peter, faced significant life challenges after his mother's death and his father's unemployment but applied himself more assiduously to life and studies. Both cases demonstrate the power of mental software in managing adversity and rising to challenges. Overall, the book highlights the key takeaway that people can tune their mind-brains using both hardware and software to increase their mental performance and cope positively with life's challenges. The science behind road bends. Engineers often build curves in roads that seem unnecessary and expensive. But did you know that these bends play a vital role in keeping drivers awake and safe? The reason lies in the delicate balance between two tiny centers in our brain, the suprachiasmatic nucleus, SCN, and the locus coeruleus. The SCN calms the brain down to help us sleep at night and gears it up in the morning, while the locus coeruleus helps us stay alert during the day. When driving on long, straight roads, the SCN can overpower the locus coeruleus, making it tough for drivers to maintain their focus. To counter this, engineers add curves that demand more attention and activate the locus coeruleus, ensuring alertness and reducing the risk of accidents. This phenomenon occurs due to the brain training itself to do routine tasks without involving the cortical region, leading to a battle between these two centers. Therefore, the next time you encounter a curvy road, know that it's not just for aesthetics but plays a crucial role in keeping you safe. The Yerkes-Dodson Law. Harvard psychologists discovered the Yerkes-Dodson Law, which states that alertness improves performance up to a point, beyond which performance worsens due to excessive stress. Our thoughts and emotions can physically change our brains, molding our actions and beliefs. In a study, students with equal math skills performed differently based on their stress levels. Anxious students performed worse and produced more cortisol, while the less anxious students did better and produced more cortisol, indicating that stress can make one stronger if anxiety is avoided. Overcoming anxiety. Simon, a successful professional, suffers from anxiety after a humiliating speech in a conference. During treatment, he realized that his fears were unfounded. None of his colleagues had noticed any mistake during his speech. This experience teaches us that when anxious, we become hypervigilant about potential threats, even if they aren't meaningful. Researchers in North Carolina gave a diagnostic test to 72 adults to find out if daydreamers had more worrisome thoughts than pleasant thoughts, and those that performed poorly found their minds wandering more often than others. The key takeaway is that self-reappraisal is hard, but practicing it can improve our mental well-being. Pressing forward. In his novel, The Unnameable, Samuel Beckett writes, "You must go on, I can't go on, I'll go on." This quote highlights the importance of perseverance in the face of challenges. If you want to turn adversity into strength, you must accept life and keep going without worrying about personal gain. According to Robert Levine's book, A Geography of Time, being able to stop routines at the right time and not getting carried away by autopilot is crucial for a successful day. Robertson's The Winner Effect discusses how recalling times when you controlled someone can boost your confidence and intelligence. Similarly, remembering moments when someone else had control over you can make you feel wary and less capable. Robertson further explains that interactions with people and the environment can change one's psychological temperament and the chemical constitution of the brain. This can increase the body's testosterone production and the dopamine that alters the brain. Thus, developing a sense of power could have a significant impact on success in life. Mood influence. In Stanley Schachter and Jerome Singer's Cognitive, Social and Physiological Determinants of Emotional State, volunteers were injected with either adrenaline or a placebo and given correct or incorrect information about their symptoms. Each volunteer was then placed in a room with an actor who simulated either happiness or discontent. The study showed that context plays a significant role in influencing moods, with those in the presence of an actor behaving positively experiencing excitement and those in the presence of a negative actor feeling unhappy. How individuals decode their feelings in a situation greatly affects their stress levels. How education and social connections prevent memory loss. As people age, the chances of them developing Alzheimer's disease and dementia increases. These conditions affect the hippocampus, which encodes memories. Hence, sufferers tend to remember things long-term but struggle with recent memories. However, education and a robust social network can create a cognitive reserve that slows down memory loss. Postmortem studies indicate that individuals with higher cognitive reserve tend to have denser gray matter in the cortex. Likewise, an 80-year-long study in Chicago revealed that individuals with a wider social network exhibited no memory loss, even when showing tau protein deposits related to dementia. Therefore, people with higher education and more social connections have a reduced risk of cognitive decline. Take control of your life. Nietzsche believed that people could control their lives by using their willpower to effect change only if they believed they had the power to do so. Many people believe that their emotional problems come from outside themselves. However, people's reaction to stress depends on their perception of how much power they have over the challenges they face. Those who believe they have some control over their lives are more likely to see stress as a challenge, rather than as a threat. Psychologist Carol Dweck suggests that children develop two broad types of beliefs about their intelligence, those with a fixed view and those with a malleable view. Those with a fixed view believe that people have a limited amount of intelligence that cannot be changed, while those with a malleable view believe that people can improve their intelligence and succeed. Nietzsche was inclined to see individuals as agents who could learn to harness their own power, as opposed to subjects of forces over which they had little control. Therefore, it is important to recognize that your brain and mind remain innately flexible, and you have the ability to gain control over how you feel. Understanding how you describe your feelings in your mind gives you the ability to use an appropriate combination of your brain's hardware and your mind's software to cope with life's problems.
Ian H. Robertson's groundbreaking work provides valuable insights into the complex and fascinating realm of the human mind and brain. The main takeaway is the remarkable capacity of individuals to grow stronger in the face of adversity, if they possess a strong belief in their own ability to control their reactions. The book explores the concept of resilience and the power of perception in shaping our emotional responses, thus reinforcing the importance of a proactive approach to understanding and managing our mental well-being. Through various studies and examples, Robertson demonstrates that cultivating a malleable approach towards intelligence and harnessing the power of belief can help individuals to navigate through life's challenges with a renewed sense of purpose and tenacity.